Hi everyone, welcome to yet another Friday session from Concurate. It's a ritual, we learn, we share, we want to see you grow. And believe it or not, today businesses are like commodities. And with so much of competition out there, the only differentiation you can bring is through brand building. Now, how do you build a brand? So today we want to share a little secret, a philosophy that we follow at Concurate, that is the internal chatter that can help you build a brand, and not just build it, but make people fall in love with your brand. So today we will see what is internal chatter, how do people fall in love, and how that is very much analogous to how people fall in love with your brand. So let's get started. How do you fall in love? So when you spend time with somebody, you slowly grasp different pieces of information about that person. First thing is obviously physical. You see how do they look. You see romantic impulsivity. When you guys are doing something together, you see how that person makes a decision, what is his thought process. You try to understand how empathetic that person is to your needs, to your wants, or in general to anyone, all the people around you. Are they rigid or are they flexible? Are they a lazy kind of people, or are they extremely energetic, like someone who's always on toes, or someone who would rather, relax on a couch? Um, are they predictable? Are you able to understand the patterns in their behavior? Or you just can't, you just don't know how they are going to react to certain situations, or what is their outlook? Maybe for you, ecological footprint matters a lot, and they are the ones for whom the usage of plastic it doesn't really matter. And how do you communicate things to each other? So there are so many things that consciously, unconsciously happen between the two people falling in love. Then ultimately, all these things are, they help you decide whether you want to fall in love with that person or not, right? So what makes you unique you and compatible with that person? So what makes you you are the way you act, your ability to do things, what values or belief system you follow. For example, I'm totally against domestic abuse. Maybe for some people it is okay, right? Then experiences, they have a major contribution in shaping the way you are. Then how sensitive you are to certain issues. Um, would you just, lose your mood just because somebody said something to you? Or maybe, even without someone expressing their needs, you are sensitive enough to understand what they need. Or how do you think about certain things? And then let's say there is a event or something happening, and everyone has different observations that they take away from that. Then what attributes you have? So these things make you you. And now this unique you, how people perceive you becomes your brand. And this unique you of you comes out through your stories, through your interactions with people. Similarly for brand, it is like the things they communicate to people outside, or any interactions they have with their products. through different mediums, they are able to share what do they stand as a brand for, and when there is an overlap, we fall in love with them. Okay, so we'll in today's session we'll look at few examples of how brands communicate their internal chatter and make people fall in love with them. So medium could be any. It could be social media, print, TV, magazine, any YouTube videos, emails, or just the product interaction, anything. Okay. Let's take a look at few examples. So there is this campaign by Mauritius Images. Mauritius Images is a very popular stock photo portal, especially for ocean or aquatic life related pictures. And they are standing for this no plastic movement. And how are they communicating this value to people? So they are doing this campaign called Clear the Rights, Clear the Ocean. So anybody who wants to buy an image from their stock photos, instead of watermark, it's written plastic marks. Okay, so let's say this photo is for $20 on their website. You pay that $20, you remove these plastic marks. So a share of that $20 goes to the organizations who are working to clean the oceans and make them free of plastic. Now, they very well communicated their mission, their empathy towards oceans, and ultimately it's contributing to their brand that they're against the use or dumping of plastic in the oceans, and they want to save the aquatic life that they care. Now, taking a look at some more examples. So Graby is this intellectual property research organization. They how do they communicate this internal chatter, and what it tells us is, so out of their many services, one of the services is prior art search. So it is like finding something similar from past. Okay. Now on their services page, they have shared these stories wherein they were able to find this prior art, this piece of information from very unusual places like a sitcom, Craigslist, or some museum, which now these stories, what do they showcase about this brand Gravy? They tell that the people at Gravy would go to any length and depth and breadth to find the information you need, which is like a great reason to fall in love with this brand for the attorneys who need that kind of information. Then looking at Zerotha. So Nitin Kamath, the founder and CEO of Zerotha, often shares LinkedIn posts where he shares internal chatter. I've seen a few of them, and today the one that I have showcased here. In this, they are telling that the biggest challenge in their business is having the credibility, and how they are able to gain the trust of people, that their existing customers help their friends and relatives for onboarding on app, and adding their accounts, because when it comes to money, you are quite conscious about these mobile applications. You're worried about the theft. So he's by telling customer stories, supporting it with the graphs of how users are continuously increasing for Zerotha, he's able to further strengthen the credibility of the company, the app. Then next one, this is from Google. It's their recent safe word campaign. Now in Canada, they say every third person is or has suffered from domestic abuse, which is quite sad. Now, how is Google indicating that it is totally against this domestic abuse? So we all know these Google Home devices, the smart assistants. What they have done is you can configure a few safe words to indicate the helpline that you are in danger. For example, here it says Maverick needs goose. So the moment this assistant hears this word, the it starts recording the conversation. It dials to the hotline saying this particular person is in need of help, and he or she is undergoing the domestic abuse thing. So with this campaign, with this product interaction, Google has told that they are strictly against this domestic abuse. They are able to communicate about a value they believe in or they follow. Now, next comes this one, is from Hair Masters Chandigarh, where I recently got my hair colored blue. Now, why I chose it from various other salons out there. I had followed their Instagram handle. I could see their work, how their stylists are, giving absolutely wonderful looks to people out there. And this is their internal chatter. This is how they work. This is what they bring to the table. And then comes this Gong employee. Now, what she has done is there is this Gong software for salespeople. She's particularly talking about some tracker, which she feels is a hidden gem. And she's telling the story with this, what she's able to do, that she's able to find some specific information about the accounts she's targeting, and that is giving her a nice hook to get more out of her account-based marketing campaigns. Now, when people hear this story, they would want to explore what Gong actually does. So, and the more the employees of the company share stories like this, it is reaching their networks and networks of people who are associated further. And a word is reaching out like a ripple. So again, this helps them build a brand. Then comes, so not just these stories not just help you get attention from prospects or clients, but it's also important when an employee shares a story of thoughtfulness about the employer, it helps you attract talent. So for example, here, one of these friends of mine, she is quite happy at her workplace and she felt cared and, thought about when she was expecting a baby and she received this lovely package for baby from the company. She expressed it on social media, and what perception I built about the brand was that they care. So like that, brand building can start from something very small. Even when you're starting out, it can go to big things like big campaigns on TV or social media. The thing is, you got to start somewhere and make use of internal chatter to build a brand, because this brand can help you sell better, bring you more leads. And by the way, we are a content marketing agency called Concurate. Most content marketing agencies fail at bringing you business. After burning our hands, we set out to create this agency, and we want to share our story with you. It's down there in comments. Please take out 2 minutes and give it a read. See you soon with one more Friday session next time. Bye-bye. Have a nice weekend.